Hey guys, this is Arthur and today we are talking about what's happening with ChatGPT 5 and will AI replace the developers, the software developers? And the answer is no. It will not. Let's talk about the details and what's going on with ChatGPT 5 and how it's gonna influence the current market. So the first one would be the real use cases of ChatGPT, because if we're talking about development, it's pretty much similar to the use cases of ChatGPT in real life when you're trying to accomplish some task or anything like that. So let's begin with the first examples of what ChatGPT is actually answering to the questions of regular people.
Whoa. Whoa! What? Whoa!
Yeah, so we can talk about how good ChatGPT 5 is, but actually it's not as good as described.
Yes.
Four more questions, right?
Yes.
No, that wasn't for you. Did that count as a question?
Yes.
Damn it.
So recently I saw a rating of the most advanced ChatGPTs and AI on the market, and it looks like ChatGPT is pretty much popular, but not as popular and not as effective as other GPTs, like for example Llama from Meta and maybe DeepSeek, Grok and others. So ChatGPT is on the 5th place among these AIs, and even for regular day use it's not as effective as you may think, and it still makes a certain mistakes. For example, you've seen that it also may not even count the letters in the word. And the second example would be it was in Ukrainian, but anyways in Twitter that I saw. If you have a cup and the top is locked with it's sealed and the bottom is cut out, so can we use this cup? ChatGPT 5 answers that we cannot, and because you cannot pour the water to the top, and from the bottom it will be a huge leakage. So basically that's the story with ChatGPT 5. It's not as perfect as you may think. So let's discuss a little bit about development.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Hey guys, so quick update. I didn't even plan to do this, but I added this to the video because the situation with ChatGPT 5 is keep getting worse, and I'll add some additional screenshots to this video. So looks like the most advanced GPT in the world, most advanced AI in the world, is not feeling so good, and actually, it's been the worse than the previous versions of GPT. So when we talk about development, ChatGPT has advanced a lot from the third version and the fourth version, but not as good as you would think. So basically you cannot create your own applications with ChatGPT 5. You can create some chunks of code and use them for your application, that's true, but you still cannot create the whole application because there's a lot of things to do, a lot of details when we are talking about the full-scale application, the web application, the mobile application, anything like that. So basically it's really good for generating small pieces of code. That's the first one that we are using in software development, and I know that as I am founder of such a company. And the second use case would be the really good use case, which shows that ChatGPT is really useful. So basically we have such thing as unit tests, and unit tests are the thing that you should do.
Computer hacking skills. Girls only want boyfriends who have great skills.
As a developer, but you still not as interested because it's not a real feature. It's just a, edge case scenarios that you need to test your code inside of. So basically, and we have such a metric of unit test coverage in software, so it should be at least 80%, at least in our company. In some companies they don't care about unit testing, but as we are Osmium, the company that cares mostly about the quality of the produced code, it's really important for us to have the high unit test coverage. So basically GPT still good at this and still will be good at this forward. Now the third question would be, can ChatGPT 5 replace developers, and when it will be able to do that? So the short answer, as I already said in the beginning of this episode, is no, it cannot.
Okay, so what I just heard? Blah, 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 blah.
And AI needs to move really forward in order to be able to, replace the actual human. For now, we are talking mostly about the, optimizing the time of a developer. And from my knowledge, personal and other CEOs of IT companies, I'm speaking with them regularly to see the trends in IT, in software development, and they're mostly saying that ChatGPT and other AIs used by developers are actually increasing the effectiveness for I think 10 to 15% at maximum. So we are not talking about some of you may imagine such a picture, like this developer is chilling on the seashore while ChatGPT is conducting the real coding work and replacing him at a job. But actually ChatGPT is making a lot of mistakes, and maybe some of you know, if you are a developer and you're creating some kind of code, it's really good if you can see the bug or a mistake in the code instantly, while you're still coding. Because in this case, the developer will be able to fix the bug in no time and will not spend any of resources of the company. In the case of ChatGPT, if a developer will take this piece of code, he will move it to stage or production server, and in this case the problem will be that this bug will be verified later. After that this bug will go to the QA for research. After that this bug will be shown to management. After that this bug will be transferred to developer, and developer will have still to fix it with ChatGPT or without. So the problem here is you will actually sometimes lose a lot of effectiveness by using ChatGPT, and that's a problem. So overall, ChatGPT and other AIs like Grok, those are my favorites, and using them for my personal experience every day, for generating some pictures, images, and answering different questions, for example for research on the market and other stuff like that. They're really good at that, but not as good as you would expect they should be today. So try to wait at least few years in order to have a better AI that will be able maybe to replace the developers, who knows, but the current trend of the market is not like that. It's not going to replace software developers, and we still have the knowledge, the experience, and the ability to accomplish different tasks in software development and create your application, create your web, mobile, and embedded and other types of applications. And no one can replace at this moment, no one can replace a real developer. So please stay with us, and thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, press a like button, subscribe, and see you soon.